Hey projectors, welcome back to Project Finance, and today's video we're going to go over week 22 of Dividend Challenge. If you guys new to the series, the Dividend Challenge where I invest $200 every week, no matter how good or bad the market is, with the goal of reaching 20,000 by the end of the year. And if you guys new to the channel, hi, my name is Dennis, and my main focus of this channel is to help people with their personal finances, mainly focusing on millennials and people younger than that. So if you're in that category, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content. And with that being said, we'll go over the first segment, which is the news. Not so much happened last week. I'll just go over what happened overall on the battery day for Tesla. He pretty much told us everything on his tweet, but the main thing that he announced was that he wanted to make 20 million electric vehicles a year so he can bring down the cost of electric vehicle to $25,000, which is a major pricing point. It was pretty much what Tesla was always meant to be, like to convert everyone that's a gas vehicle right now to electric. But with all the incentives, your electric vehicle should come down to about a normal price car around $28,000-$30,000. But as time goes along, the incentives start dwindling away, so the price of the Tesla started going up. So it wasn't really that the price of Tesla was, they're pricing higher, it's just that the incentives were getting lower. So it makes the consumer feel like they're paying more for the car. So with the goal of having 25,000 flat for the car, it's gonna help a lot of people convert over electric vehicles a lot easier, not just due to incentives. So maybe in a couple of years when this $25,000 car comes out, the incentive is going to be completely gone. The federal and the state incentives is going to be completely gone. So with the baseline of 25,000, it's going to be great for everyone be outside of California, especially that don't have any incentives at all. California was probably one of the bigger states that had the electric vehicle incentives. I think it was like almost 10,000 with the federal and the state. You can get $10,000 deduction to your electric vehicle. So I think the Tesla was about like 40,000. And then with the incentive comes out to around 30,000 for the lowest model, which isn't too bad of a car. It's kind of like a Toyota Camry, and I would say it's probably a lot fancier than Toyota Camry would be. It's not too low end where it's like a Toyota Corolla, which is like around 18,000 to 22,000. I'd say it's not that much of a budget car, but for another 3,000, you're gonna get a pretty good looking car, a pretty high tech car to be precise, because he's planning to have it all autonomous by then. Like you're gonna have the full package for automatic driving for local and freeway. I believe right now it's only for freeway and it's really minimal. I don't own Tesla, but I believe the basic package, if you turn your signal on, it'll start merging. But with the autonomous package, you can have your car mapped from destination A to destination B, and the car will seamlessly change freeways without you doing anything. So if you're currently going eastbound and trying to go southbound afterwards, your car will seamlessly start changing lanes and get onto the southbound ramp without you having to do anything. So that's pretty cool that it's like that autonomous. But for local roads, I believe it's like a lot harder to program. It was like there's too many conditions. There's a lot of other modes of transportation out there, like bicycle, pedestrians, motorcycles. There's a lot of more variables in terms of local roads, especially like the light as well too. Not everyone starts slowing down on yellow. Sometimes people like think they can make it, and then the last minute they can't make it, and they hard stomp, and the car behind you might like rear end you. So like it's a lot more variables for local. I believe that's not out yet. That part of the program is not out yet, but the near future, hopefully the car's gonna be autonomous fully, at least like 90%, where it's safer for the car to drive than for a user to drive. I think you still have to be awake just to make sure there's no technical malfunctions, but if it's 90% percentile, I think it's pretty safe. We'll see how it is in the future. If everything's autonomous, then it should be fine, you know. Everyone doesn't need to drive, the computers can talk to each other. And that's pretty much it for Tesla. I don't think any big stock news happened last week. The only other thing is Q3 is about to end of this month. Earnings call is going to be sometime next month or some couple of weeks from now, and Q3 dividends are also going to drop sometime next week as well if you're in that schedule. So hopefully we see some pretty big dividends dropping next week or some couple of weeks from now. So with that being said, we just jump into portfolio. So we'll log in here. Last week we were at $15,952. We were down about 130, 140 from week 20. 16.1 will be just 200 flat with no gains. Hopefully we're at 16.3 to make up for last week's loss. I believe the stock's been kind of like stable, not too major green or not too red, but let's see here. 16.4, nice. So we're back on track. So looking at this, we should have been at 16 last week, or 16.1 last week, and now we're at 16.4. So we gained $100 from the previous week, which is great because total gains of the 2 weeks is 300. So I think we're back on track now. 16.4, I'm pretty happy about that. So let's just go over the whole portfolio here. So we're at $16,403.27, total gain of $2,008.93, total return of 17.13%. Let's go over the week real quick. So total gain of $248.43, up 1.55%. That's great. I think overall this week was kind of decent. It wasn't like super amazing like it was a couple weeks ago, but I think it was okay. It was like, I think it was red a little bit on Wednesday and then came back green on Friday, which is like, it was like really green on Friday actually. It was like super green. I was actually pretty surprised. But let's go over the first pie here. So with regards to ETF pie, we're at a total value of $8,073.59, up $865, and with the return of 13.78%. Let's go inside. We have VWO still in first place at 19.4%, and second place VOO at 16.62%. BB being at fourth. VOO went up 2.21%, and the S&P is doing really well. VB up 2.09% as well. Surprisingly, VWO is down 1.75%, but still overall the first place in this pie at 19.4%. Nothing else to say here. Let's go back to the next pie. Next pie is dividend hunting pie. We're at a total value of $4,034.63, up $577.22, up 20.18%. If everything's up 20%, it's kind of crazy. Almost. Just GOF is at 18.24%. That's the only one that's under 20. BlackRock's up 21.08%, and DHY is up 20.78%, and AGNC's up 20.06%. I believe AGNC fell. Let's look at the week here. Yeah, they actually had a red week for these four. Not too bad though, just down 1.3% at the most. Not too bad. Overall, we're still up. So let's go to the next pie. Last pie is work from home pie. We're at a total value of $4,295.05, up $528.37, up 14.55%. Let's go inside. Let's see if Zoom is still like, okay. Zoom went up more, I believe. Zoom's at 89.14%. Let's look at the week real quick. Yeah, it went up another 4%. I think Zoom's just killing it. It's insane. Yeah, pretty much overall, the whole week was green for my work from home pie. DocuSign and Chegg being up 4%. Let's look overall. I think overall Chegg is still down. Yeah, Chegg's still down 6.91%. I think if you guys are skeptical on Chegg, I think I should at least hold it until Q4 ends, which is December, because that's when fall quarter ends for the quarter schools, and winter quarter starts up kind of soon. So you should find out earnings reports mid-January, early February, if that's the case. And if it's still negative, I say sell it if you guys are scared. But I think if you truly want to see how well it does, I'd say wait for the whole school year to end, which is going to be May for semester schools and June for quarter schools. So by then you should have a full sense if Chegg kind of hit the peak point already, and like all money that could be made is already made. And if that's the case, just kind of sell it off and take your losses. But if it's growing, if you still think it's going to grow, keep it. I say something about DocuSign as well. Keep it for about 3 to 6 months. About 2 quarters after a quarter ends, and reevaluate the stock by then. If it's kind of plateauing, sell your gains and move your money somewhere else that can potentially get you more money than this stock. One last thing before we go into activities is that we're going to look at Zoom's shares. Last week we talked about how this stock was overweight and if they're going to buy more stocks onto it. So let's double check the shares, and I believe we're at the same amount of shares, 21252. Let me look at the last video real quick. And this is the last video bringing over here, and it's the same shares. So we were correct. Since it's overweight, they did not buy more shares into it, and I'll kind of go over it in another video why they do this. It has to do with first in, first out, and not selling your shares due to long-term holdings and taxes reasons. But we'll go over that in another video. We'll just go to activities right now. So today is 28th, and we deposited 200 and bought 10 shares. So let's go back a little bit. So we got a couple dividends here. We got a dividend from DHY for $3.05. VEA for $6.21, and VWO at $3.81. Total of about $13, not too bad. That's about 2 cups of boba, not bad. Large with toppings, guys. Let's get the holdings here. And top 3, Zoom still first place by a commanding lead of 86.88%. VWO at second place at 13.66%, and DHY at 13.63%. Let's look at bottom 3. It's probably Chegg, yeah. Chegg at 5.65%, Microsoft at 0.91%, and SHY at 0.05%, not too bad, down 4 pennies. Let's go to the portfolio real quick. I just want to point out that my total earned dividends is $223.18. That's me like not doing anything. If this was just plateauing and I didn't make any money in terms of gains, unrealized gains, that's free $228. So I started back in May, and we're about to be our 5-month anniversary, and I made $220 doing absolutely nothing, just putting money in here. So it's a pretty good feeling of like passive income. Obviously there's a risk to this, like the market could have just crashed and I lost more than my dividends that I earned. But my friends always say scared money make no money. So that's pretty much it for this video. And let me know down in the comment section how much dividends you guys earned over your course of your stock journey. Hopefully we have people in the 1K mark. That'll be super crazy, and congrats if you do. And lastly, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you guys liked the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and ring the notification bell for all the updates. And I'll see you guys next one. Bye.